Greetings, my dear friends. If today's joke gave you a chuckle, don't forget to subscribe. It's free, and it'll make us even closer as friends. An old cowboy walks into a barbershop for a shave and a haircut. As the barber gets started, the cowboy says, "I can never get a clean shave anymore. My cheeks are too wrinkled." The barber nods, grabs a small wooden ball from a jar on the shelf, and hands it to the cowboy. "Pop this inside your cheek. It'll stretch the skin out and give you the smoothest shave you've had in years." The cowboy does as instructed, and sure enough, the shave is perfect. As he's paying, he asks, "That worked great, but what if I'd accidentally swallowed the ball?" The barber smiles and says, "Oh, don't worry, just bring it back in a couple of days like everyone else does." A guy poked his head into a barbershop and asked, "How long before I can get a haircut?" The barber glanced around the busy shop and replied, "About 2 hours." The guy nodded and left. A few days later, the same guy stuck his head in and asked, "How long before I can get a haircut?" The barber looked around again and said, "About 3 hours." The guy smiled and left. A week later, he did it again. "How long for a haircut?" The barber, now curious, said, "About an hour and a half." The guy left without another word. This time, the barber turned to his friend and said, "Hey, Bob, follow that guy and see where he keeps going. He never comes back for a haircut." A while later, Bob returned, laughing so hard he could barely breathe. The barber asked, "Well, where does he go?" Bob wiped the tears from his eyes and said, "Your house."